What's going on, guys? What's going on, Tight Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, so the Denver Nuggets are moving on. The Denver Nuggets are moving on. Jokic had a 16-10 game, and the Nuggets are going to go play the OKC Thunder in the second round. And here's what I think about this game, this entire series, is that we can give the credit to the Clippers, all of that. We can give credit to the Clippers, but James Harden scoring 7 points, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. We got to see Kawhi Leonard play an entire series since 2014. Jokic is still a MVP. Is still in the running for MVP. Like, the Denver Nuggets fired Mike Malone 4 games or 5 games during into the NBA season before the playoffs. So what you're telling me is that you're going to win a game with an internet coach and beat the Clippers like it's just nothing. And we can say that they're going against OKC in the next round after beating the Clippers. We can say that. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Nuggets do, because this was a game 7. This was a game 7 that either the Nuggets could have won or the Clippers could have won. James Harden scored 7 points. And let me get the elephant out of the room. I know that some will say, well, James Harden scoring 7 points, he's not clutch in the moment. James Harden is clutch. Let's not forget that. James Harden has a MVP. James Harden has been to the finals with that OKC Thunder team with Westbrook, Durant. Let's not forget that James Harden was a part of that. Let's not forget that James Harden made it to the conference finals in 2018 with Chris Paul. Played with Jeremy Lin. Let's not forget that. And I know I'm getting off topic here, but I do think that James Harden will win a ring. Like, you can say that Charles Barkley doesn't have a ring. Players, Iverson doesn't have a ring. You can say that. But if James Harden doesn't win a ring, and I'm saying this hypothetically, James Harden will still have a Hall of Fame career. James Harden will still have a higher career, even though he scored 7 points. It's still okay with me. It will probably not be okay with anybody else by saying, well, James Harden, you have Kawhi. The Clippers had an amazing season. Let's not forget that. The Clippers lost Paul George last offseason. And nobody thought the Clippers would be in the playoffs. In the playoffs. I think that when we see Kawhi Leonard play a entire series, how great Kawhi is, because we know how great Kawhi Leonard is. We know how Kawhi, James Harden can hit those big shots, those big easy money bucket shots. It was just not enough to beat the Denver Nuggets. It just wasn't enough to, like, this is game 7. Game 7s are probably the biggest game of the season. Because your season is on the line. And when I'm about to say something that I think is that James Harden, if he wins a ring or not wins a ring, we can look at his career and say he won 6 man of the he won his MVPs. He made all first teams. Yes, James Harden has bounced around the league. The James Harden that we know, the James Harden that we're seeing playing today, wouldn't be the James Harden that we saw at the beginning of his career in OKC. Those are two different James Hardens. Because the James Harden that started his career, he came off the bench. And the James Harden that we're seeing now is a NBA starter and going to be a Hall of Famer. And I know I'm getting off topic about this series, but it's plain and simple. The Clippers try to do everything. They have a good coach in Ty Lue. They have a good coach in Ty Lue. They have James Harden. They have Kawhi Leonard. They have Ben Simmons. There are just certain games in the NBA or certain games that teams might not win at. And we just have to look at how the Nuggets are moving on. Because to me, basically, if you ask me, I know that the Nuggets have the MVP in Jokic. They have Westbrook. They have Murray. The Nuggets, after winning that 2023 championship, lost all their bench to sub in for players, to sub in for Jokic. Lost all their bench for that. After winning that 23 championship for the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets that year that offseason lost all their bench. They lost Jeff Green, who won a championship with the Denver Nuggets. They lost Bruce Brown. This Nuggets team versus the Clippers, it's this win didn't surprise me. This entire series didn't surprise me. Because I think I knew it was going to go into 7. But we seen Kawhi play a whole series this year. A full series this year. We seen Kawhi finally play the entire playoffs because we know he went down with that. We know Kawhi has had injuries or setting out games. But this year we saw Kawhi be able to play in a full playoff series after the Clippers lose Paul George. This Clippers team is different. Was a different Clippers team because this Clippers team had no Paul George. This Clippers team had Ben Simmons, had James Harden, had Kawhi Leonard, had different pieces. But when you say that the Nuggets beat the Denver Nuggets and the Nuggets beat the Clippers in 7 games, I'm kind of surprised. The Lakers Wolves series didn't go into 7 games. That is what I am surprised about. Because if the Nuggets Rockets if the Clippers, and the Rockets can push the Warriors and Nuggets to 7 games, why couldn't I know I'm about to get off topic here. Why couldn't the Lakers push the Minnesota Timberwolves to a 7th game? But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody. In peace.